This sidetrack is called Learning to Speak English, and it's brought to you by the complete official Jaguar E Driver's Handbook and Workshop Manual by Robert Bentley. Take a few moments to soak these diagrams in. This is indicative of the entire workshop manual. Ah, beautiful. Diagrams like these have simultaneously thrilled me and terrified me. I mean, it's sensory overload at its finest. If terror did strike, I would just put on my big girl pants and work on convincing myself that all I had to do is read the manual, as it will guide me logically through each process. In short order, I discovered that the manual spoke a different language. English, they call it. Little did I know that my native tongue was actually American, or American as some would say. I would stumble across words like bonnet, dynamo, or scuttle. I had to stop reading about whatever process I was trying to learn just to figure out what some of these obviously key words actually meant. All these new word descriptors constantly interrupted my thought flow. They were also trying to convince me that I was in over my head and perhaps too simple-minded to figure this stuff out. Thankfully, I discovered that there was actually an English to American translation guide at the front of the manual. The front. Go figure. I guess I should have started reading the book from the front, also known as the beginning, instead of just jumping to the juicy parts. Funny how reading books front to back works much better. Duh. The upside, however, to discovering the translation guide very late in the game was being saved from the absolutely warm, fuzzy, encouraging preface written by Henry Fuller from MIT. Yeah, MIT. Yeah, the preface precedes even the translation guide. And in a nutshell, Henry sternly warns you that you had better know what you're doing, use the correct tools, and must be very precise or you are at high risk of hopelessly screwing something up. Keep in mind that I'd been gently and compassionately introduced to the realm of all things automotively mechanical by the kind, patient words and humorous cartoons in John Muir's How to Keep Your Volkswagen Alive, a manual of step-by-step procedures for the complete idiot. Yeah, that's the real title. If I had read the preface way back when, I would have likely been frozen with fear. For me, this was a classic example of how ignorance actually can be truly blissful, as I was of the thought that the car was in such bad shape I couldn't make it any worse. Anyway, take a few moments to amuse yourself by looking at some of these translations. those are all I have for now. So as I come across others, I'll be sure to share. Now I'll relax with a nice cuppa and some jumbles. Ta-la!